Hey, what's going on? This is your boy E-bike guy, and today we got another video on this nice e-bike called the Troxus Lynx. And today we're going to be doing a little bit of a long-term review on this Troxus Lynx and everything. Far as you can see, that the bike really stood up to to everyday e-bike abuse. A good riding, a little bit off-road trail riding, a little bit of jumps here and now and then. My son gets on this bike and he just throttles the heck out of this darn thing. This bike is nearly bulletproof. So as you can see, this e-bike has some nice tires, the Kinder Crochet tires. Even the treads still look nice on it, and we do a lot of riding on it, like group rides. My family ride this bike a lot. I ride this bike too, and yeah. Actually, it's a little dirty because we haven't been washing in a long time, you know what I mean? And bike's got really good range, really good build quality. Love the battery because it lasts a long time, for what it's capable of, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go for a little ride and tell you some things I like and some little bit of gripes on it. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. So here we go. We are ready to go. We're going to ride the Troxus Lynx, and we're going to do a little bit of hills, a little bit of off-roading. And today I have my son, E-bike kid. He's going to be accompanying us on this nice ride, e-bike ride. Every now and then you need to go relax. You need to go a little bit of slow. All right, boy. So we are going to go ahead and turn it on, mash and hold the power button. First thing is going to come to mind is that the display is nice and it's beautiful, especially at nighttime. This bad boy is very bright. So we're gonna get the good things out of the way first, and then we'll go into the little minor gripes, because it's not really a bad thing. It's just that, something that you really have to get used to. All right, we're gonna watch the traffic come along. We got a car behind us. We got this Nissan right here just passed us. All right. So now the good things about this bike, that it has the Tetro mechanical driven brakes. They're not hydraulics, but they're just fine for this application. This bike only does 20 miles an hour on throttle, 28 miles an hour on pedal assist. So speaking of pedal assist, that you have 5 levels. Right now we're on throttle, and we're going to increase the pedal assist to 5. So that way when we start going up the hills, we're going to start pedaling, so that way we can help the motor go up the hill. Also too, that going up hills, this bike can go up a little steep inclines. Anything more than this little hill right here, you're gonna have to help to get up it, which is totally fine, because after all, this is a e-bike with a 750 watt motor. But also another good thing is that it has a 20 amp hour Samsung battery pack in it, which is really convenient, because of the fact that you're getting some good quality cells, especially Samsung cells. 20 amp hours will give you a good amount of range. So now we're going to go ahead and put in pedal assist on 5, and we're going to pedal up the hill. And it goes up the hill pretty decent. I mean, it went up there just on throttle only, but you want to save a little bit of battery consumption by just helping the motor go up the hill and everything. So as you know that we're at 20 miles an hour, as we hit the throttle, it doesn't go past 20 miles an hour as far as assistant goes. I do have to say, this is a nice build bike. I do prefer this frame. Yeah, so yeah, I love this type of frame setup, you know what I mean? It's not like you average folding bikes where, where the bar come across and everything that folds up, because there's a lot of those e-bikes that look exactly the same. This one kind of stands out. I mean, you have another e-bike that's kind of in this exact design, like the Adventron. E-bikes. They have a design that's similar to this one, but like I say, I prefer this build quality over the your typical e-bike frames. You know, your 750 watt. Oh, and speaking of 750 watts, this has a Bafang 750 watt geared hub motor. It gives a pretty good amount of torque to the e-bike, especially like going off on some light trails, going up hills. There's nothing really wrong with this the Bafang motor. Also, so yeah. Anyway, so basically we put almost like 243 miles on this bike so far, and like I say, we haven't went through the brakes. As a matter of fact, everything went through smoothly, even though out of the box we didn't have to make no adjustments to the brakes, to the derailleur, for the shifting goes. Everything shifted nicely. The brakes worked good. There was no rubbing, no noise, or nothing like that. So that all went together good. As far as the tires go, the tires, the Kindles, they give good, very good traction during off-road situations and muddy conditions. So also the front suspension, even though we do a lot of jumps and everything, the front suspension is very adequate. You have your preload adjustment, and also you have your lockout on the right side, which works really good. You can use that when you you riding in the city, sidewalks and everything, where you don't do a lot of off-roading. But if you do off-roading, you might want to go ahead and take that off the lock position, so that way you can get all the little bumps. You won't feel those. But like I said, overall, I like the handlebar seating position, to where they it doesn't feel like I'm riding a Harley or anything like that. They kind of low. The BMX style handlebars, I'd rather prefer that over the rest of the handlebars with the long, I call it a flamingo neck. You know how long, you know, it's folded over and everything, but like a flamingo neck to me. Oh man. Now, as far as charging goes, it takes a while to charge it. It comes with a 48 volt 3 amp charger, We're gonna hit a block, just a block right quick. Yeah, so the charger, it's a 48 volt 3 amp charger, which is pretty decent. Depends on how far you drain this battery. It will take a little bit of time to charge up and everything. So just be real with that. Also that the charger will get hot. That just lets you know it's working. Now some chargers, I have a Grintech charger that also does the same thing. It just that those chargers doesn't require a fan to help keep them cool. So what they do, they turn their the outside body into like a heat sink or a heat spreader. So that way the charger inside stay cool, but the outside is hot. You know, and that's how they dissipate the heat and everything. So let's also, you have a bell that's actually integrated with the Tetra brake lever on the left side. So that's a good plus. Also, night riding, the headlight and the tail light is very bright, so you don't have to worry about you know, seeing this bike at nighttime. So people will see you when you actually ride on the sidewalk. I forgot to mention that too, you know what I'm saying? So it got good bright headlights and tail lights. All right, we're gonna go off the road a little bit. And I'm not using no pedal assist, I'm just using throttle only. And like I said, it's Bafang motor, has enough torque to take this bad boy off road, which I like doing a lot. Also on rainy days, like which is you see now, the fenders. The fenders does protect you, you know, with during splashes and everything. I remember one time I had to ride in the rain to the store to get something for my kids, and I went through a couple puddles, and the fenders did just fine. I wasn't wet, my feet wasn't wet, nothing like that. Let's go ahead and talk about the little minor gripes, you know what I'm saying, the little, you know, because like I say, it's just little minor stuff. For instance, you know, it get kind of annoying when you know you're having your pedal assist to let you go at 20 miles an hour, then the throttle cuts you off at 20, and that's I figured that was kind of annoying, but you'll get used to it. Also the pedal assist. Now when you start the pedal this bad boy from standstill, the power of this bike is really sudden. If you're not paying attention, it will jerk you off, or you know, have you like, oh snap, you know what I mean? That's how much power that this bad boy has on the start. So just be in mind of that, you know what I'm saying? It takes some time to get used to. Also, I know why they had the throttle on the left side, because they got this nice Shimano shifter, the same one that I have on my son's bike. These are great shifters, by the way, and I prefer these over any other type of shifter. But it takes some time to get used to this throttle being on the left than it is on the right, because you know most people, you know, they here in the United States, I don't know how it is over anywhere else though, but we like to have the throttle on the right hand side. I'm pretty sure they could have fitted right there, but it's just a little minor grab. You can just keep in mind about that. And another thing too about the Tetra brakes, you know what I'm saying? You know, you have to make adjustments, you know, versus hydraulic brakes. You have to make a little bit more adjustments to the mechanical brakes, because they're not really self-adjusting like the hydraulic brakes does, using the fluid to adjust their pads. And it just the Bafang motor, it's a little louder than it needs to be, you know. But we all understand that because it's a geared hub motor, it puts out plenty of power. So, but the Bafang hub motor is pretty loud. All right. So the Troxus got have their own seat. Now the seat is wide and plush. It's you know, it's comfortable up to a certain extent. If you're doing a long journeys, you know, up to 10 to 20 miles, you know, out of the way, it will get a little bit uncomfortable. So if you want to upgrade the seat, you know what I'm saying, you know, that's optional. But for what we does, it's pretty good. Like I say, my family rides and everything, and they had a few complaints about the seat and everything. Like, you know, they said it gets a little bit uncomfortable on long trips and everything. So, like I say, the power of this thing is pretty darn good, especially the low RPMs. High RPMs, it kind of tapers off at the high RPM mark, but man, that low RPM, this motor doesn't disappoint at all. So here we are, you know, we go out on the sidewalk. And like I say, the Troxus Lynx is very comfortable as far as the bumps and everything goes. It doesn't have the rear suspension, but in the front will kind of give it a little bit of that cushy feel, and which is I like, you know what I mean, because I got hardtail, you know, I'm riding hardtail e-bikes and everything. All right, so we're gonna cross this. Oh. Come on. So as far as like fit and finish and everything, I mean, I pretty much give this bike an 8 out of 10. You know, it's solid, it's well built. I mean, and has some Samsung batteries. It's a 20 amp hour, 40 volt. I mean, you're not gonna find too many batteries that's over 16 amp hours, you know what I'm saying, on an e-bike. So I mean, so this is a pretty darn good e-bike in my opinion. And then the rack in the back, you know, it's got the wood grain rack, you know what I mean? Who in the world wants to ruin the finish on that rack? I mean, even though we used it a couple times though, but glad the wood. What's up, man? All right. But that gives you a sign of like almost luxury, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna find too many e-bikes with a wood grain rack on them. I know that's more of a cosmetic approach, but it does serve purposes. You can still carry groceries and everything on it. It's just hard to do because you look at it like, dang, that junk look nice, you know. All right, so now we're gonna kick it up a little bit. And another, just another little gripe, that when you pedal out to about 28 miles an hour, you will get some sort of a pedal run out. A lot of people call that ghost pedaling. I call it pedal run out because you is running out of pedal at 28 miles an hour. So they could have used a taller chain wing up front, and that'll kind of give that a little bit of a compensation to where your legs is not really pedaling at 90 miles an hour. And I use the throttle more than I use the pedal assist. The only time when I use the pedal assist is when I'm going up hills and everything, and that gives that extra power oomph, you know what I'm saying, to make it up hills and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you something. I mean, no squeaks. I mean, there's no squeaks in the steer tube, no play. I mean, like I say, it's a well put together bike. Troxus know what they're doing when they building bikes and everything. And they have a good amount of selection of e-bikes. They have the Explorer. You can get it in a step through or over. You got the one that has the bar on the top. You have to throw your leg over. They have the Troxus Skyhopper. They also have the Lynx, and I think there's a few other on their website. You gotta go check out their website at troxusmobility.com. and you can check out their e-bikes as well. So yeah, we're gonna get a good look at this Troxus Lynx once more time. Like I say, they have three colors. They have the gray, black, and red. I got the black one, and it's just like a black on black stealth e-bike and everything, which I really like. And so is the family. It's fixing to rain, so I got to put this aside. But anyways, no screws came loose on this bad boy. The front brakes and the rear brakes, 160 millimeter rotors on both wheels. Provide really good stopping. The kickstand is very sturdy. The rack still looks good. And like I say, man, it's a well built bike. Like I'm gonna say it again. Nice Shimano Altus derailleur. Shifts on the fly is really good, and have give us no problem. So anyways, yeah, man, this is it for the long-term view of the Troxus Lynx. Like I say, go to troxusmobility.com, and then you'll see the different color options they have. You'll see the battery, the configuration of their battery packs and everything. Like I say, the Samsung, this is a 20 amp hour Samsung batteries. That's inside this pack right here, the cells. Love the design and everything. And yeah, it's an all around good bike, especially when it comes with Kenda's Crusade tires, or even Kenda's, or even name brands for that matter though. All right, so by the way, this is your boy, the e-bike guy, and I just want to do a little long-term review on the Troxus Lynx. And I'm fixing to go in the house because it's raining, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.